Hey, what's up everyone? I'm just making a quick video regarding a couple of things, mainly just about how you wonder how many times when someone has told you that something is different, that something's not different when it's different from what you remember. How many times has that been a Mandela effect without us realizing it? I couldn't count the number of times that I've been in a store or in a restaurant in the past or somewhere and I stated, wasn't that like so-and-so before? And they said, no, it's always been that way. And I thought the people were going crazy, or I thought they were just a new employee or something. I wonder how many times that has been a Mandela effect. I wonder how many times we've gone in a place and they've told us that it's always been that way. How many times has that been a Mandela effect? I mean, let's think about it. For example, my mama told me that she said, it looks different on the inside of that building to me. And I said, for me it's been that way, but I said, I don't know. Could be one of those things. But I said, I remember it being that way. But here's the thing. Had it been that way for me and not for her? Or were we just remembering differently? Or when someone in the store says, no, it's been that way. It's been that way for ever how long or whatever. Has it really been that way? Or what's going on? Now, as far as the 51 or 52 states, I don't know where they're... that one I never remembered. My parents, my mama seems to have a memory like they've, like, of both. I don't know. It's so... It's just something that is... So many people have this memory of that. Like, for example, I was the first one to make a video on pixie sticks. I was in the store and I went, pixie sticks don't look right. 2 or 3 years ago. Actually, at this point, probably 4 years ago I noticed it, and then 3 years ago I made a video about it, and I noticed pixie sticks were different. Yet if you look up the history of it, they've always been that way. I found this book that I've had since elementary school, and I got it in elementary school, and it's Mysteries. It's a book from 1986. So it's 33 years old at this point. And it's got about Sasquatch, the Loch Ness Monster, various historical mysteries throughout time. And I got it off the shelf just now and thought, man, that's going to be an interesting thing to share. And it's got various documents of this Japanese scientist in 1974, I believe it was, pulled up this dinosaur looking thing out of the ocean, and they said it makes you wonder what's down in the ocean. Well, we don't know what's down in the ocean. That's another topic, but and this it's got various UFO pictures and a picture that they dubbed as possibly a log, but it was actually looked like some kind of a dinosaur. But here's the thing. We have these alternate memories taking place, and so many people remember one thing, and yet it never could have been, for example. And it's just, you wonder how many times you walk up to a person and they say, it's always been that way, was that a Mandela effect? Because I really couldn't count the number of times that when I was in high school, and throughout my life, to be honest, really, and my mama and I both thought that these people were going crazy because they stated it's always been that way. Oh, it's always been that way. We've always done that. It's been that way since I've been here. But yet, or this person, for example, here's another one of those really crazy things. This guy is training on the job at Dollar General. I spoke with him around Christmas time of last year. And he's now just started and he's training on the job. And the guy said, oh, you can check your cheat sheets or whatever. He's just started the job. That is not possible for me, because for me, he's been there since before Christmas of last year. So, that's another one of those things. I went to Dollar General, the local Dollar General, and he's just started. When a few months ago he talked to me about a doppelganger situation, and how they say we all have a copy of ourselves, a doppelganger of ourselves out there, and he talked about how this friend of his talked to a professor. She just kept talking and talking. The guy said, "I don't know who you think I am, but that was a nice story, but I don't know you," which was kind of rude that he just kept listening to her personal stories without telling her anything. But the guy he was talking about, and he stated that it was a person that looked just like her friend. And then she went over there, she went back, and what if she had switched to an alternate reality where they didn't know each other? Because he said, "I don't know who you think I am, but I'm not that person." And she was talking to him like she knew him. She said, "Well, you look just like this professor that I know, this person that I know." This, I guess, the college teacher. Might as well just call him a teacher. Professor's kind of a stupid name, but whatever, you get the point. Sorry, but I guess it makes them sound important, or like there's some kind of a, I don't know, scientist or something. Who knows? Anyway, she said, "I could have sworn you were so-and-so because I had spoken. I sat here and talked to you all this time because I thought you were him." And he said, "No, I'm not. I don't know you." And he walked away. What if she had switched to an alternate reality where that professor never knew her, that person never knew her? Just a thought. Where her consciousness went into another body or something. Maybe. Or she switched realities actually physically. I don't know. But the thing is, he didn't know who she was. He had no idea who she was. And then she went back, and when she got back to college, she told him that she had talked to a person that looked just like him and didn't know who she was. But what if it was another version of him? Although they say we all have someone that looks just like us out there somewhere. So, my daddy said he seen someone on a poster. He called, this was years ago, but he called and said, "I saw someone on a poster that looked just like you." He said, "I would have sworn someone took my picture and put it on a poster of someone very famous or popular, or someone that was like a very well-known individual in the area suddenly was on these posters," and he never seen them again. But he said it was me. He said that was me without a doubt. He thought someone had taken my picture and put it out there as a big billboard poster. And I wonder how many times we've shifted. How many times it's an alternate reality situation. Now, but yeah, like what if I was famous? What if I was well known somewhere else and that was my poster somewhere? Or what if that was another version that she spoke to of her teacher in college? What if that was another version of him, but she moved somewhere where he didn't know who she was and they never met? Or what if it was just his doppelganger, his look-alike? Which that word is that word's kind of annoying to me for some reason, doppelganger, but it's an old word. It's been used for a long while. It annoys both my mama and myself, but anyway, the thing is, it's crazy to think about, but that individual that I seen at Dollar General, he's new there now, but we'd spoken before, months ago, but yet now he's new. He's a new employee. But that's impossible, because he's the one that sat, well, seemingly impossible, he's the one that just stood there and talked to me and told me about the doppelganger situation. I remember talking to him about the look-alike. He talked to me about this person who looked just like, because he asked me, this is the strange thing, he said, "Don't I know you?" And I said, "No, not that I'm aware of." And he said, "Man," he said, "there's someone that looks just like you that works at the Walmart." And that's when he got into the situation about doppelgangers and lookalikes. And he said, "There's someone that looks just like you at works at that Walmart." And I said, "Really? Well, I'd never seen him, but he said, yeah, he's got the same hairstyle and everything. But he said, I just thought you might have. He said, just a little bit of longer hair. He said, I just thought that you might have grown your hair out. He said, I didn't know who. I thought you were him. He said, I thought you were him for sure. And I said, no, I don't work at that Walmart. And he said, huh. So, and now, this version of him probably has no idea what I'm talking about if I were to bring that up to him. Because now, he's new. The one that talked to me, it's another version of him. The one that talked to me about the doppelganger situation and how there was a lookalike of me at that other Walmart that he's seen that I never remembered seeing. So apparently it might have been from another reality situation. Who knows? And now he's new at that Dollar General. He's new there. And the strange thing is the guy that's training him and talking to him he looks very familiar to both my mama and myself. He looks familiar, but I don't think we know him, but he looks familiar. And you know, there's people that you're like, I know that person. They look so familiar. And you wonder, how do I know them? Something's definitely happening. And we keep shifting all the time. And people are experiencing this so much now. And it's been something that's been happening for a long time, but it never had a term coined. It never had a name, and it's something very, very fascinating. So I just wanted to state that, yeah, he's now new working out there. He's a new employee, but yet I spoke to him. He spoke to me, started talking to me months ago, but apparently impossibly now, right? It's impossible to have happened now. But he spoke to me about a doppelganger situation, a lookalike of me that he knew, which then led to a story about a friend of his who seen this person that looked like her professor, I guess you'd say, college teacher or whatever, but it wasn't him, and he didn't know her, and then she went and told her actual college professor or teacher about it, and then he told me that story as well, but now he would have never known me now, because he's new, and it's now as if that situation never took place. So, anyway, peace and much love. That's the story of the moment. I love you all. If you'd like to donate, the link's below. My PayPal link is below. This is Spaced Out Productions, signing out. And regardless of all the craziness, sending much love. Peace. Bye.